An open book carved from stone lies atop the Sheldon family monument at Pleasant Grove Cemetery. This common gravestone symbol is often used to represent a Bible or to allude to abstract concepts such as knowledge or life, as in the Book of Life. In this case, the Sheldon Monument's open book represents an unfinished manuscript started by Ralph Edward Sheldon, born in 1883. Ralph was a University of Pittsburgh professor of anatomy when he died in July of 1918 at the age of just 35. The years inscribed on the monument's open book, 1914 to 1918, represent the time that Ralph spent writing the draft of an academic text on neurology, which was nearing completion. His colleagues attributed his early death to overwork. Of course, Ralph's death year coincides with the 1918 flu pandemic. It's easy to speculate that he was one of its victims. However, the first case of influenza during that pandemic year was not reported in Pittsburgh until October of 1918. More evidence is needed to confirm family lore that Ralph died while treating flu patients. Ralph's parents, farmer Herbert C. Sheldon, born 1858, died 1944, and Rosalia Rose Reed Sheldon, born 1860, died 1938, moved to Ithaca from Lisle, New York, so that their children could attend Cornell University. Their three children, Ralph, Pearl, and Maud, went on to receive degrees from Cornell. Ralph graduated with a BA from Cornell in 1904 and an MA the following year in neurology and comparative anatomy. Ralph's younger sister, Pearl Sheldon, who was born in 1885 and died in 1966, also blazed a trail in the natural sciences at Cornell. She earned a BA in geology in 1904 and a PhD in 1909. Pearl's specialty was paleontology. She was one of the founding researchers of the Paleontological Research Institution, now part of the Museum of the Earth. Maud, born 1888, died 1972, was the youngest of the Sheldon siblings. Unlike her older brother and sister, Maud focused on arts courses. She studied Greek and Latin and received her PhD from Cornell in 1910. Ralph was the Sheldon outlier. He earned his PhD from the University of Chicago and not Cornell. The Sheldons were understandably proud of these academic achievements. Each of the siblings has PhD inscribed after the names on the family monument. The open book on the family monument is certainly an apt symbol of the siblings' academic achievements. The Sheldons owned farmland just west of Pleasant Grove Cemetery. In 1910, Herbert and Rose purchased the former George Bush farm centered on what is now Upper East Upland Road. Ralph and his wife Emily Evans Sheldon, born 1882, died 1949, purchased adjoining acreage. After Ralph's death, Emily and their two sons moved from Pittsburgh to Ithaca. They lived in the little house that is now at 303 East Upland Road. Cayuga Heights resident Elizabeth Mount has written a full history of this twice-removed house, which you can read about on the Cayuga Heights History website. The Sheldon family gave their name to Sheldon Road, which runs through what was once Emily Sheldon's property. At the end of Sheldon Road is a pedestrian access to Pleasant Grove Cemetery. The Sheldon family grave monument is nearby. Both the street name and the Sheldon family monument are distinctive commemorations. They remind us of the Sheldon family's story, one that is extraordinary in its focus on education. It is also representative of the shift from farm to university suburb that began in Cayuga Heights in the early 1900s. The Sheldon farmland was eventually divided and sold for residential development in the growing suburb. Their former farm became part of the village of Cayuga Heights in 1953. With their move to Ithaca, the Sheldon siblings began a trajectory that would take them beyond their agrarian roots to embrace the educational opportunities of a new century. Their academic careers truly seem to exemplify the vision outlined by founder Ezra Cornell of a university, quote, where any person can find instruction in any study.